Aiya, you just sit there, make video and like get money.
Influenza.
Yeah, no, which is real.
How about the hard work people do, the 9 to 5 people do?
You get to eat good food, you get expensive things, everything for free.
Being a content creator full-time, sometimes you work alone. That's where sometimes you kind of feel a bit lonely because you don't have anyone to bounce off to.
When I'm not working now, it means I'm not earning money. Yeah, so you have to keep pushing out things every single day.
Welcome to Thriving as a Content Creator. My name is Daryl, and with me is
Estelle. I'm a singer-actress, but for this show, I am your co-host.
In this new series, we'll be uncovering the ins and outs of various jobs in Singapore. We'll dive deep into the day-to-day realities and hopefully dispel the misconceptions many people have about these careers. With us today, we have Leah and Shah to share with us what it's really like to be a content creator.
I'm so excited. Okay, I'm very excited to meet you guys, but for our viewers and listeners out there, could you introduce yourself in your own words? Maybe you can start with Leah first.
Oh, now I'm stressed. Please pick Shah, please pick Shah. Oh my God.
Shah could go first, if that makes
Shah
you...
go first, Shah go
Yeah.
first.
Scissors, paper, stone lah.
Okay, let's go.
Scissors, paper, stone.
Oh, okay. Shah lost.
Sorry.
Alright, so I'll start. Hi, I'm Shah. I'm a full-time content creator. I create short-form content on YouTube, TikTok and Instagram. So I mainly focus on comedy and a bit of lifestyle. But the lifestyle is mostly ridiculous lifestyle. So it's really more like bits of my life. Yeah.
Oh, I love that though. I watch your content. I was like raving about it. But never mind, we'll get Leah to introduce herself.
Okay, thanks Shah for going
Welcome,
first.
girl.
No problem. Okay. So I'm Leah. I also do full-time content. My content is based around like fashion, lifestyle, a lot of K-pop content, a lot of travel content. So I think that's what people are familiar with me for. My airport vlogs infamously.
Iconic.
Yeah, and I do it on like all the social media platforms, so like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, pretty much. Yeah.
Actually, Estelle, you call yourself a singer-songwriter, but do you consider yourself a content creator?
I do think it comes with the job, that's for sure. Yeah, because you have to have a certain level of influence and also the part where they want to involve you in brands, then you have to, do content creation. So yes, I guess so, but definitely not to the level as like Leah and Shah. They're like pros.
Aiyo, no.
Would not consider myself a pro.
And you guys were like, it's your job, like you work in an agency, right?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, if it's your full-time job, then you are a professional.
Yeah.
Technically.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take it.
Yeah, take it.
Yeah, so being a full-time content creator or influencer, right, it sounds like a dream job. So you get to attend, all the luxury events, you get to meet famous people. Do you think of it that way?
Wow. Okay, well, I mean, dream job for sure. You know what I mean? I mean, to be honest, I always tell this to people when people ask me, do you like your job? Things like that. I'm like, of course, I would rather do this than be in an office at a 9 to 6 job. Because for some background, I used to work in an office and I did have the regular 9 to 6 hours. Yeah, so with this job, it's definitely more flexible. You have control of your own plans. You can plan your schedule, plan your content, plan like the work that you do. And yes, we are very, very lucky to be able to have opportunities to meet celebrities or even just like go to like really exclusive events. Yeah, definitely there are opportunities like that. So it is truly like quite a dream in a way. Yeah.
It is a dream job. But funny enough for me, when I first started this whole industry, I started off more as just a tryout. It wasn't like a plan to be a content creator.
Oh.
But halfway, it hits halfway.
So you posted something.
Similar,
right?
Yeah, similar. A
Yeah.
little bit. We are both, because I think, do you start off also just doing it like casually?
I started off doing it casually. I don't know about you, but I was actually scouted
You were?
By who?
Okay.
by SGAG. So previously, I was actually a student. I draw comics online for fun.
Oh yes, I remember this.
Where? Like webtoon?
So I draw like relatable secondary school content on Twitter. Back then it was Twitter.
I remember
X
this.
now,
You told
X
me
now.
before. Yes. Okay. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so after that, when I was a student, they actually offered me a job.
Wow.
So
In secondary school?
poly.
Poly.
So I was like, back then I didn't really think much. Content creator wasn't really a thing back then.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Sure, go ahead. So it was a very unique kind of job. I think like it's a job that not everyone could have the opportunity to try.
Oh, yeah,
and we are
for
very lucky
sure.
to even get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say this job is a surprise kind of job, but I love my job. I love creating content because I like to make people laugh.
Yeah.
See, you are laughing.
I'm influenced.
Oh my god, wow. Okay.
Okay.
Influenced by you.
Influence, yeah.
By your influencer.
But it's actually crazy to think that you were just sharing like this was a job that you kind of stumbled upon. It wasn't like, oh, this is my goal. But it does feel like now everyone wants that kind of popularity and stuff like that. It could be a situation where the market's saturated already, right? Do you feel like that's the case?
Wow. Honestly, I joined. For context, I feel like I boomed ever since the rise of TikTok. So I would say I am the generation where TikTok boomed. So before I started, the TikTok market was not as saturated as now.
Yes. So is it the COVID, pre-COVID period?
Pre-COVID.
COVID.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I started in 2019.
Oh.
Yes. So for context, the reason why I even created TikTok is because my boss, Xiaoming or Adrian, he wanted to find out more about this platform. Yeah. So he pushed me to create TikToks for the company. So that's how I dabbled in the creation on TikToks. And that's how I create my own TikToks also, because I'm curious. But at the same time, I also like to create. So I just created. And just nice, I gained attraction. So I will say now it's super saturated because this is the norm. Back then, it wasn't the norm. So I was like, wow, if I were a new creator to jump into the current market, I would say it's extra difficult. Yeah.
Do you agree, Leah?
For me, I think it was a little bit different because I already had background in YouTube. So I was with a company for about like 5 years. And then because there was the peak of YouTube period, right? Like 2017, 2018. And then I started as an intern and I was actually just supposed to do editing. So I wasn't supposed to do any like on-camera stuff.
Wait, for some context, this is Zula, right?
Yes,
This is
sorry, let me
for some
explain.
context.
I was in a company and people like, who the heck? Like, okay, so let me say it again. Okay, so previously I was with Zula for 5 years, right? And then I actually started out as an intern. I was supposed to do like editing, producing, and then they just needed someone to be in front of camera to like host this particular segment. And I was like, since I'm already producing it, I might as well just like, I would just go there and like ask questions. I don't need to answer anything. I just ask. And then slowly my persona as an interviewer continued. So that's how I grew on the platform also. And because they need a host, so I was like, I'll volunteer my services. It was fun and I enjoyed doing it. And I used to make my own content anyway. So I felt it was pretty aligned just naturally for me. Yeah, and wait, what's the question?
Oh, no, that's saturated. Whether the market was saturated.
Okay, I had a point with this. Oh my God, sorry. Okay, where was I going with this? Okay,
It's all good. It's all good.
Anyway, yeah, so that was the start, and then I did it for 5 years. So when TikTok came around, there was a boom in it. I only actually joined more in 2021. So during COVID period, I wasn't really as active on it. Like I had an account, but I was only more active on it later on. But people kind of recognized me from YouTube already. So it did help me in my growth on other social media platforms. So a lot of my Instagram following comes from people who watch me on YouTube, basically.
It's also quite interesting that for both of you, you guys started out at like a content house or a media company.
Yes.
And then from there, you learn a bit of becoming a content creator. And then you decide that you have an audience and you want to branch out on your own.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much, I think. But we didn't really learn about being a content creator. It was just like part of the job. Because we make videos for the company and naturally people would, maybe some people will resonate with you and then they follow you on your own platforms and then that's how it grows. But it wasn't like, okay, we are here and then we're going to start our journey as a creator. It just kind of fell into place in that way.
But for people who want to become like full-time content creators, right? Do you think they have to go through that route? Is it easier?
Honestly, no.
Not necessarily, yeah.
I mean, I've seen creators who, for example, they started off just doing something that they do for fun and they convert it to become a full-time job. I think, on top of my head, I could think of Rana Cow. He started off just running around.
Oh!
This TikToker named Rana Cow. So he just runs around. And I would assume that he was just doing it for fun. And now he makes it his full-time job. So in other words, anyone could be a content creator, I would say. You don't need a background nor enter a media house or media company to flourish as a content creator. Because this skill is a skill that you can pick up anywhere.
Yeah. But I do think that now, because it's a little bit more competitive and there's a lot of people in the market, to stand out is also really quite difficult. Yeah. So I would say anyone can make videos, anyone can post anything online, but you have to captivate your audience, and your personality and the things that you say, or like even just the type of content that you do, has to be niche enough such that people would relate to it, but also be different enough from like other people's content. So it's not just like a copy of someone else's video. You know what I mean? Yeah, so there is still some skills involved, but it's very like intangible skills in a way. It's more of like your own creativity.
So on that note, right, where does the money come from as full-time content creators?
Where's the money? The money come from where? Who pay you?
Real. Okay. You know what I would like to say? I wish TikTok pay me, but they don't.
No, it's so true, because at one point, I think in the US, I don't think they do it now, but at one point in the US, they were actually paying for views. They pay you if you get more views, then YouTube edit. They still are doing it.
They have a creator fund in the US. It's still ongoing. And the US and the UK, I think, if I'm not wrong, only these two places. So
But YouTube does, right?
YouTube does, but it's ad.
Yes.
Ad payment. So it's different from views
Right.
in a way. I don't know. Maybe similar concept. Yeah. So in the US, they are really lucky because like when you have millions of views, you can easily hit like a couple $1,000
Yes.
for a
Facts.
video. Yeah. But of course you have to have millions of views, right? To be able to hit
That's
that.
true.
Yeah. So you wanna answer when the Okay, answer for the answer.
Hey, my manager looking at me at the side. She's like,
I mean, there's like brands that want your services.
I think it's quite straightforward how it works, right? Oh, you want me to explain?
You explain now. You put at this. Yeah. I mean, I thought, right? I feel like I might screw up my
That Tai Chi
sayings.
master
It's okay,
here.
it's okay, it's okay. It's not Tai Chi. But okay, the reality of it is that it works like a business. So we are creators, but we are also a platform, right? So just think of it as clients paying us for advertising space. You know, like instead of going the traditional route of like paying a bus stop ad or like ad, the 30-second ad on TV, they are paying us for like a 30-second ad on TikTok. Yeah. So it would be, let's say clients work with us, how do we earn money in that sense? It's like clients work with us for a campaign that they want, and they're like, okay, we want to talk about this new product that they launched, and then we incorporate that product into a video that we make that is aligned with our own content. So pretty much how we earn money from that. It's also
Mostly
very similar.
sponsorships.
Yes. Well, I don't know if it's considered sponsorships. I guess it's like a.
I mean, right now they call it sponsorships,
but
but I would like to think of it as a business transaction.
yeah. So
Agreed.
sponsorships kind of have the term of like, oh, we give you this item and then you.
If you
give us
like
something
it,
back, then you can post about it.
Yeah.
But it's not we're paying you to do something.
Right.
Yeah. So with payment, it's a little bit different, like how we handle those campaigns. Yeah.
Yeah. But now you mentioned because they come to you, right? So there's like content creator and influencer. So influencer, in some cases, you are the product now. So some people, they just create the content and they're behind the camera and they're like, we're done. But in your cases, you are also the product. You're the branding. Yeah.
Is that the difference?
There is because an influencer is basically like, okay, for example, I'm wearing this shirt now, right? I don't have to actively promote it. I just wear it. And then the client is like, I'm happy. Okay, she wore it, and I know the sales are coming in. It's like Lisa, right, with the
Labubu.
the Labubu. She's not an influencer, but she has that influencer.
Yeah.
But she's a superstar, so it's a different thing altogether.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
someone who's not like a singer like her, who is influential, she is an influencer in that sense.
Yeah.
Because she is the branding. She herself is the branding. So in that case, there's a term where they say that you're an influencer lah. Then you're like, oh no, I'm a content creator, not influencer. Like, why is there that negative connotation from your point of view? Like, you rather be known as a content creator and not really known as an influencer.
I mean, like you said, influence is where, for example, the smallest thing you do will attract people's attention and they will immediately follow. They are influenced by you. But for me, being a content creator, example, if I say I like this drink, I don't think anyone will also be like, yeah, I also like this drink. They'll just be like,
Why not?
they'll be like,
Why do you
yeah,
think
that drink is
way?
good. Yep.
I'll be like,
moving
oh my
on.
god, should I drink that? I also want to drink.
If you play a game, you intro a game now, and you say it's good, right? I would actually try it out because, I trust your, I trust what you say.
Really? I didn't think
Yeah,
of it like
in that sense, you will be influential, right?
I guess.
Of course, you're influential.
I don't know, but because I call myself a content creator. So for me, if I want to, example, showcase something or or tell people something, I will do it through storytelling. Storytelling, yes,
So
storytelling.
you feel like you need to come up with a script, production
Correct.
to introduce
Like,
something.
I will create a video that is also relatable and at the same time relevant to the people rather than just it being all about me. So that's why I will say the difference between influencer and content creator, like you said.
Or then influencers are those like Instagram. They just need to hold the back. And then
Yes.
post a photo. Don't need to say anything.
It's their
And then
star
it's-
power.
It could be, but it depends. Like some influencers, the reason why they even got there is because of the work they do. So I think it's just like,
It's a very thin line.
Yeah.
I would say it's not like I don't feel you can put one person into one box versus another. Like it's not like a complete separation. Like you're an influencer, you're a content creator. It definitely does overlap
Yeah.
in a lot of spaces. And most of the time is used like interchangeably.
Interchangeably, agree.
Yeah. So I don't think there's a huge difference in both terms. Yeah, it's just that sometimes when people say influencer, then some people might be like upset because it comes with a negative connotation. Yeah, because the public sees it as like a easy job sometimes to them.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the furthest from the truth, I feel.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, to be fair to the public also, if we come here and we're like, no, it's not that easy, okay, they're gonna be like, ayah, you just sit there, make video and like get money.
Influenza.
Yeah, no, which is real. So the thing
It's
is
real,
like,
it's real.
yeah, it's real. So to me, it's like, definitely it's easier than doing like a hard labor.
Hard labor is
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
so-
admit to
Why,
that.
why are we comparing with hard labor?
It's true.
Yeah,
it's a
because that's
job.
what they
It's a
do.
job. It's a
Because
job, ma.
Yeah, it's
As
like
content creators?
No, as in like another job, for example. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if let's say people say it's an easy job, right? I would say like definitely on the scale of like hard and easy, we are definitely on the easier
Easier
side
side.
of things. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like 100% easy, like closed eyes also can do, but in the realm of like being it's very flexible. You don't have to stick to a schedule. You don't have to like, you just manage your time yourself. You're like a freelancer in a sense. Yeah.
I would say like, I guess the reason why people think that being an influencer also has that negative vibes to it is because it's a privilege and it's a luxury to be able to work in such a field. Like, not
100%.
everyone has the opportunity to try. So being privileged and you are complaining about your privilege makes people think like, yo, that's not it. How about the hard work people do, the 9 to 5 people do?
Yeah.
So in a way, we also need to acknowledge our privilege.
Of course.
Agreed.
But at the same
Totally
time, we
agree.
can also address like what difficulties we have also.
Yes.
So that's why I think there's this negative vibes to it.
Yeah, because they see it as like you get to go all these things, all these like good opportunities. You get to eat good food, you get expensive things, everything for free. That they're the thing that they always say is like everything you get for free. Not wrong. Yeah. So I cannot complain. I will never complain about this. Yeah.
And they only see the glam side
Yes.
of what you are doing.
Yeah. So well, even the unglam is not even as unglam as some other people's jobs. You know what I mean? So really cannot complain.
But for the both of you, since you guys worked 9 to 6 before, right?
Yeah.
How does it compare? Like now what time do you wake up?
Exactly. You know, it's like, okay, it's funny because we both had to do like the whole office job scenario first, right? And then now, because we have experience there and now we are doing this like freelance on our by ourselves, we can definitely say this is way easier than having to
Super easy.
do it in like a office. I wouldn't say super easy, like, you know, but it's like a comparison, right?
The comparison is different. I would say before I was a content creator, I was actually a manager.
Oh, me too, girl.
Manager girlies.
Manager girly. So the shift in the dynamic of the work is different. So last time being a manager means you are taking care of people. You are taking care of the company. So there's the level of difficulty there. But right now the difficulty changes because right now as a content creator you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
But you really need to take care of yourself because you are at stake here.
Yes.
If you messed up, everything's gonna be over. So it's different. Last time you are protected by a company. Right now you are freedom bird.
Yeah.
So anything you do,
It's on you.
It's on you.
Exactly.
It's
You
a
cannot
different
blame.
type of stress lah.
It's a
Oh,
different
100%.
Yeah.
And it's like I would say at work you can like 9 to 6 clock out and then like, okay, peace, I'm gonna do my own things. I feel like with this job, like doing this full time, I'm like on the clock 24/7. You know what I mean? Because I'm always thinking, like, okay, I need to film this, or like maybe I can post this, or like everything I do is content in a way. Yeah. So we always have this fear that we'll be irrelevant. You know, like
Oh yeah, that
with
is such a
this job-
real concern.
Yeah, with this job, there is an expiry date. Like,
Yes.
let's just be real. So, you can only do it for so long before. I mean, if you're lucky, you can do it for years.
Yeah. But then again, branding, right? It's the way you brand your content.
Correct.
Again.
But you never know. Like,
Yeah.
you never know if, like, one day it's just like, people don't care anymore.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's like, it's fine. Like, why did they even care in the first place?
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
No, it's so real though. You're right though. It's true.
Yeah.
But you guys mentioned like this is something you like to do. There's that freedom. But you guys were in agencies before. So you are doing what you like to do, but in an office setting also.
Something.
Yes.
So
yeah.
I mean, how is it like? You know, you have like a monthly salary, being an employee. How's that?
Okay.
From 9 to 6 and the comparison to now?
Yeah. Because technically the 9 to 6 you work for your agencies, there is a clock in and clock out time, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
So it's kind of like in the middle.
Oh.
What was the experience with it?
Okay, so I would say the 9 to 6, what I like about it is that you have your colleagues. So you're always surrounded with people, with friends. And also when you ideate, because I'm a creative, right?
Yeah.
So I have people to bounce off with. Yeah, so that's what makes it amazing, especially when you create content with people together, top tier. But being a content creator full time, sometimes you work alone.
Yeah.
That's where sometimes you kind of feel a bit lonely because you don't have anyone to bounce off to. Of course, you can still discuss with your friends, but in the end, is you do everything yourself. Yeah, so I would say the difference is, I would say the partnerships with people.
The friendship
Definitely.
for
Friendships!
memories being
Yeah.
Memories being made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like production wise, is it easier though? Like if you're alone, because sometimes production with many people, right? You can have a bigger scale production, but when there's so many people in a situation, you just like sometimes I do alone would be better already. It's just easier.
Oh, I would say because I've been in a big production and now I jump to myself. But lucky for me because I am under Headmill Media. So like I do have the support of other people also.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so for me, I guess I am at that perfect balance. So I'm not sure for freelancers.
Yeah.
I heard that they have to reach out to different like resources. They have to pay themselves. Like sometimes they need a studio, right? So I was like, ooh, that's difficult, man.
Check.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah. How about you, Leah?
Okay, so like I guess 9 to 6, the one good thing about having that was that when I end work, I don't need to think about work anymore. Yeah, so that's the one privilege I really enjoyed in a way.
You
Even
miss
though
it?
Yeah, sometimes. But I mean, of course, I can choose when I want to have my off days now. But when I'm not working now, it means I'm not earning money. You must think about it that way.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
True.
Because I work for myself and I have to do the work to earn the money. Yeah. Or even if it's work that doesn't earn the money, it contributes to like your branding online. You know what I mean? People need to constantly see your face on the internet for you to be remembered.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to keep pushing out things every single day. Yeah. So back then there was always a schedule. There's like a KPI. You don't really need to be like, oh, okay, like today every day I need to post one video kind of situation. Yeah. So yeah, one thing I miss about, I guess, do you want to say a difference or like good or bad?
Well, we could move to good and bad, pros and cons.
Okay.
maybe?
I guess like it's also like when you work in a company, right, you're accountable to a lot of people. You know, so I was also a manager. I had to manage a team of people. So you don't only have to deal with your problems, you have to deal with like many other people's problems and liaising across the different teams. There's a lot of teamwork involved. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it can be a bad thing. Yeah, and there's also you can't choose the work you do. You know, in the company. While I did really enjoy doing the work there. Sometimes there's things that I didn't really want to do, but I had to do it anyway. Yeah. So those are the things that are draining. But like, let's say compared to now, I of course only do the things that I really, really want to do. Yeah.
Okay.
So Leah, in one of your videos, you talked about burnout and stress as a
yes,
content
yes, yes.
creator.
Oh yeah, on your YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Can you share a bit about that?
Oh, okay. So when I made that video, I was like, okay, people are gonna be like, what this girl even talking about? She's like, get to do this for full-time job. Like, why is she even complaining? So I had to disclaimer in the video that this is just my point of view. And I would say, like I mentioned just now, the burnout and stress, a lot of it comes from your own expectations of yourself. So I think I put like huge expectations of myself to constantly, no, it's not a bad thing. Like, it's just like, I'm just a Virgo Capricorn. I just have like issues.
This speaks volumes. Though. Oh,
Issues.
sorry, that
Yeah.
speaks volumes.
Issues dealing with like my own expectations. But I put a lot of pressure on myself to do well. So like I in a way that leads to a lot of like burnout and stress, because sometimes when you are freelancing, a lot of projects can come in at one time and you can't choose when you want to like do the deadlines for it. Okay, so for example, if this period there's like 5 people want to work with me, it's a great thing. It's a great problem to have, you know. But that means you like suffer for like 2 to 3 weeks straight
Yeah.
of like no sleep, like just constantly working, editing, planning your content, shooting, things like that. And you have no choice because, of course, if you need to earn money, you never know. Like after this period, like will you be earning money next month?
Yeah.
You know, so there's always this fear as a freelancer that the next project won't come around. So you have to take up as much as you can within reason, and of course as much as you can within like the realms of what you enjoy doing also lah. So not like doing things that you don't like, but doing the work that you like to do. Yeah. So that leads to like the stress and the burnout, I think.
Right.
And like having expectations of myself to always like put out a certain amount of videos every week or like go to these events every single week because not going for events is also like a missed opportunity to maybe
Yeah.
like meet a client or like network. So in this space, there's a lot of networking. And networking can make or break a deal, let's say with a client, for example. Right?
Yeah, that's true. For me, I'm quite lucky because I have a team and I am taken care of by a company. So
Because you're signed
yes,
to
so
an
I'm
agency.
signed to. So I'm always assured that there will be jobs for me.
Okay.
So I would say the difficult. Sorry, what's the question again?
Stress and burnout. Stress and
Okay,
burnout.
thank you. I suddenly why am I talking about this? Yeah, so I would say my burnout comes from being creative.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
oh, that
that's
also
so true.
That also I
Creative
forgot about that. The
blocks.
creative blocks are like
The
terrible.
creative
Yeah.
blocks.
God, sometimes you look at the briefing, you're like,
Do what? What am I supposed to do?
or like, yeah.
I'll give you an example, okay? What if one day you have 2 briefs and 2 briefs talk about the same topic? How are you going to make 2 different contents that does not clash with these 2 topics?
Yep.
And as a creative, you need to make sure these 2 content are relevant and relatable to the audience. And sometimes it can be the most mundane thing ever.
Yeah.
It's your job.
Yeah.
You signed up for this. And I love it.
Yo.
But I'm like, that's where I think because we keep on using our energy and our creative juice on it, we'll get creative burnouts.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
I think with any creative agency also,
Yeah,
not
for
just like
sure.
us in our work, like other creative agencies who do it for like brands, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially for us because we don't only create brands or like branded content, we also create
Organic content.
because we want to stay relevant.
Yeah.
So sometimes you will also feel overwhelmed because there are other competitors also been doing the same content,
Yeah,
or like
shag.
if you don't do it fast, you missed out.
Oh my God, the timeliness thing.
The timeliness.
Like jumping on trends.
Yeah.
jumping on trends.
Or like just going to the event and being the first one to post about it.
Correct. Wow, that's insane. I don't know how you do it.
No, I don't do it all the time. Yeah, thank God.
I'm just there like, oh, okay, event, cool.
Yeah. Or if it's like, let's say a new product or something like that, and you know this product will do well if you like, okay, give context like Blind Box, okay, like Pop Mart. They launch a new design, okay. If I go out and buy it, I need to like hurry home, unbox it, film the content, edit and post because that is only relevant for like let's say 2 weeks that it's trending, right? And it's the best if I post it first because then
Okay.
people will see my unboxing first and then it will lead to more views first, right? So naturally, people are always the ones who want to post first and things like that. So that kind of like leads to the stress also.
In a way, it's quite similar to news.
Of course,
'Cause-
it's
Yeah.
pretty
so
much.
we react to things.
Yeah.
Correct. So back then when I was a meme, oh my God. For context, when I joined in the company first time, I was a meme creator. I create memes. So
love
being a meme creator means I have to react when there's big news. So on the spot, for example, at 11 a.m., people working, there's a news pop up. All of us must create the news, must create a meme based on that timing and post ASAP.
Oh.
So as creators, for example, we see something trending. We cannot wait. We have to immediately jump on it.
Yeah.
So I think I did this trend. It's just a stupid trend. It's apatsu, you know, apatsu. So there was this trend where everyone's translating the songs.
Yes.
Yes, I
Correct.
saw that.
So I knew that song is trending. I knew someone's gonna translate it. But who's gonna do it first?
You.
So I jumped on it. I think it was like 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. I saw the song. The idea sparked. And I wanted to sleep. But I woke myself out. I was like, no.
So real.
Let's take out my
For a meme.
microphone for content. Then I just translated everything in Malay and it went viral.
Love it.
Wow.
I saw it on TikTok. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, so it's like the burnout comes from always trying to be relevant to the point you're like, sometimes you tend to forget, like, why am I doing this? You forsake your health for content. That's the most one thing that creators tend to do without realizing.
So how do you set boundaries for yourself?
Wow.
in your free
The
time?
silence.
You need to ask me again in 2 years. I haven't set any boundary.
I did. Okay,
That's good,
I'll
that's
take it. I'll
good.
take one for the team.
Go.
Okay, so for me, my boundary is that some people they make content every day. I don't. I make it 3 times per week.
Okay.
So to make sure that I always don't feel stressed out, like, oh my god, what am I supposed to do today's content or whatever. Every Monday, I'll sit down with myself. I sit down myself. I will actually plan ahead content. Because for me, I'm a content comedy, right?
Yeah.
Or sometimes like pop culture. So if I can plan ahead, I will plan ahead. So in a way that after I at least ideate for Monday, the other few days I can allocate the time for editing or filming.
Perfect.
Yes.
So systematic.
Yes, but then sometimes, like example, the apatsu thing, I
It just
just had
comes.
to. I just had to. And so it's really more of planning ahead or setting time. I don't know about you.
Well, for me, I think because my content is a little bit different, so I can plan my content, but a lot of times it's very spontaneous. So I do like vlogs a lot of times. So I can just go out today, I just film. Like I was thinking to this morning, I was like, should I film today because I'm going to do like a couple of interesting things. So that is also a content idea, you know what I mean? And I do it very on the go, and because I travel a lot also, so a lot of my content is focused on travel. So when I'm overseas, that's when I'm like whipping out my camera and like filming like all my daily vlogs and things like that.
Oh my gosh.
But it's okay, like I enjoy it.
You enjoy it.
Yeah, so I really don't mind, and I think it comes very naturally for me. So I don't have to like think too hard about the video. Yeah, but it's just more of like the after of it, like the editing. Oh my god, shout out to my manager who is saying, yeah, should we edit? Yeah, sorry. So like getting someone like maybe sometimes I hire an editor for my YouTube videos. So that kind of takes the workload off me. So I can focus on just creating the content, and then after that like reviewing it and then posting it, you know. But reviewing also takes time, things like that. So I try to I don't have a schedule. I wish I did, but what I try to do is that I try not to this is my 2025 resolution to not harp up so much about like constantly like uploading stuff, and also focus on like quality instead of like quantity so much. In the world of social media, people get very wrapped up in just posting as much as often, and you know, everything also counts, things like that. But I think my branding is really important, so I don't want to lose that, you know, in the long run.
I also do think, like, especially when you're a content creator, influencer, sorry, just chiming in, simply because I feel like
you are too.
but I also faced this before, and I did think to myself, because you know when you do content creation, like your KOL, you're not just creating the content, like you said, you have to go for events, you need to PR. It's so not just mentally exhausting, it can be very socially exhausting.
Oh yeah.
And we are actually our biggest critics. I don't know if you guys agree, but some of us, we can get quite hard on ourselves, especially when we're editing. It's always we want to put out the perfect thing, right?
Yep.
So I think as we grow bigger and more successful, it's always good to actually value yourself also a bit more in your time and your energy. And for you to not always have that burnout is, like you said, have boundaries, right? At some events, you feel like this might not, you feel like, oh, maybe in a network, I think the person can make or break. But if you felt you've networked enough and your body deserves that break, and this event is not serving you as of like much, then I will have to decline for now. You know, I have to put my health first, because health is wealth, guys. Okay,
Health is wealth.
And content creation, if you're the branding, if you're down, everything down, your wallet and your money down also, because you cannot work.
Oh my god, real it's like when you're sick, right? You literally cannot shoot anything, and you're like
Exactly.
it costs you like could cost you an entire campaign.
Exactly.
Boundary,
Boundary.
I'm taking walks, okay? I'm taking walks.
Touching grass.
Touching grass. I do. And yeah, like you mentioned the event thing. So I try my best to space out I try my best to space out like the things I go to, and try not to overwhelm myself. Like I don't cram too many things in one day. Yeah, like I said, it is a privilege to do this. So it's also a privilege that we have to be able to organize our own schedule.
Yeah.
So
So you have to be disciplined also. When you organize that schedule, give yourself some time to rest.
Discipline, babe.
Yes.
Discipline to
Industry.
take a break, babe.
Okay, discipline to do your things and also discipline to take a break.
Break.
Yeah,
Facts.
babe. Looking at you, babe.
Kidding.
Okay, so you guys have had years of being in this already. Are there any what are the best parts and the worst parts. Let's start with the worst, just because it'll be interesting to hear. Maybe Shah, you can tell us the worst things first, and then the best things.
All right, you guys want some tea?
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. I would say one of the worst things about being in this career and industry is that sometimes you might not have your own privacy.
Oh, you feel that now? Oh, it's so famous already. No
Yeah, no
privacy,
lah.
sia.
You know lah, no lah. But I would say like sometimes we have to be careful with what we post also. So back then, I wasn't really a careful creator. I would just tell whatever whatever I want to show. So sometimes I didn't realize that I was revealing where I lived at.
Yes.
You're gonna get doxxed, girl.
I got.
You got
What? You were?
So for context, back then I lived in this other place. So I was very intrigued by the fact that this dustbin area, the lighting is very aesthetic.
What?
Okay?
Dustbin.
Yes, dustbin.
So strange this video
So I was
concept.
like,
Okay.
all right, let's make content out of this. I was like, why is there dustbin, but why is it so aesthetic? So I just joked about it. But people figured out like, I know this place. You live here. So I thought like, I guess, but I didn't really acknowledge it. But for some reason, they could figure out the floor. You know, it's like the HDB.
Shoot.
Yeah,
is
the
it?
shoot.
Yeah, shoot. Yeah. So like they could figure out my floor, my address, everything. And for some reason, they figure out the place where I was staying.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
They knock on my door.
People knock on your door.
They knock on my door. They dung 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 dung. Open up. Dung 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 dung. I was like, what the heck? I was like, oh, what?
As in,
What?
like fans or like random
Fans.
people? Oh my
They
god.
knock. So no, it happened twice.
What?
Correct. So first time I wasn't there. My relatives stayed there, so they were like, "Hey, I think your friend was knocking." I was like, "Why would my friend knock like that?"
Yeah.
They would SMS me. No one knocks. Okay. So after that, they knocked when I was in the house. So I was so terrified. So
Oh no.
for a year, I think I was a bit paranoid
Yeah.
Oh,
for my
sure.
own safety. So I actually addressed it in a video. Usually I make comedy, right? It was my first video that I had to be serious. I said it was not cool.
Yeah, of course.
Don't go knocking on people's door.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think ever since then, I guess the downside, the worst part of being in this industry is that your privacy, invaded and sometimes can be breached.
Yes, in your case for sure. Did you call the police?
I know I didn't.
Oh, you're so nice. No, but I mean, if they're banging on my door,
No,
this
of
is like
course, it's
harassment.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I decided not to because after
Okay.
that it ended.
And yeah, the thing is that, you know what the sad thing is that people on the internet will say like, oh, you deserve it because you like
You posted it while you're
Yeah,
not
it's like you should know what.
She's like guilty. I was like, I know I'm supposed to know.
I mean, I
it's
guess
not
I am.
you. It's
So-
not your fault. No.
So from there, actually, I learned like I had to really be careful or where or how I post. So, example, today I'm in this place. I will not tell people that I'm here today. The next day, I'll post it.
Okay, yeah, that's a clever way of doing things.
Yeah, just to protect myself. So that's the scary part, I would say.
Yeah. For me, I think I wouldn't say it's the worst thing, but it's something that like may affect me to a certain extent. Is like I just think the public's opinion on me. You know what I mean? Like I think it's not something you can control. And as a Virgo Capricorn, I hate when I can't control things. But okay, besides the point. But because you have no control of like your public's opinion on you, and even though maybe this is not your impression, you know what I mean? Like this is not what the vibe that. Okay, wait, sorry, let me change that again. This is not like who you are, you know, like what they are saying about you or their impression of you and things like that. But there's no way for you to like kind of defend yourself. And when you like defend yourself, then they will say things about you. They will be like, why do you, like, you know, you should expect this. You should know this already by now that if you're put in the public eye, people can say whatever they want about you. So that's kind of the negative side of things. I'm very, very lucky also. I think I've said it a lot in this video that my audience and my viewers are really, really nice. I don't really have like a super negative kind of like perception in that sense. But I'm always worried about it. It's always nagging at the back of my mind, which makes me like stressed unnecessarily.
Yeah, I always count down like when will the day I get cancer.
No, but it's good to prep yourself.
I just need to mentally prep myself just in case I do something dumb. I was like, okay,
It's not
just
even-
be careful.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's just like
The opinions.
that's just their opinions. And I think like people in Singapore tend to be quite critical of people in the
You read
public eye.
all your comments?
I do read all my comments, yes. I mean, I'm not like that famous that I got like a bajillion comments that I can't read, lah. You know what I mean? Unless it's like a super super viral video and people are not even talking about me in the comments. They're talking about like other people in the comments. You know, they're talking about Cat's Eye. They're not talking about me. Yeah, but then I won't. But like majority of my videos, like I don't have that many comments for me to not be able to see all of them. You know, and I think I got used to it over the years, especially because I was on channels like Zula and The Smart Local. But yeah, you can't control what people think of you. So that's kind of like the scary part. Yeah, so hopefully so far still positive. So hopefully to remain positive for 2025 and moving forward. Yeah, so that's the part that I don't really like. Yeah, but you can't control it in normal life anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I've learned to deal with it. It's just that unfortunately it still bothers me sometimes. But
It does.
But in normal life, nobody comes up to you and then criticizes
no,
you.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Even in my life now, like as a public figure, they're not gonna come up to me and criticize me.
You're gonna do it behind like a screen.
Exactly. And it's irritating when you do it behind a screen.
Right.
Yeah, because you can't reply because then you look petty. You know what I mean?
Really, I would just reply, you know.
Sometimes I reply.
Yeah, I reply, but not in a mean way. I'll just be like slaking. Like I would just be like, let's go.
True.
Let's go.
But it's funny because sometimes I reply in a mean way because I just don't care. I'm just like, whatever. You want to be mean first? I can be mean back.
Actually,
Like,
your inner child might be like a little bit happy, like, yes.
yeah, it's like
Stand up for yourself, girl.
revenge. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. So you can't help that, and but yeah, I think we have quite pretty good communities. I feel.
Yeah, I think although I did have a video went viral for the wrong reason.
Oh, what was
Yeah,
that?
those are things you can't control.
Those are things
so,
we cannot
yeah.
control. So it was just an innocent video. It's a challenge called the We Listen, We Don't Judge.
Oh, yeah.
Also quite
yes.
recent.
Yes,
It went viral for wrong reason.
it went viral for the wrong reason.
no.
It reached out to the US.
Oh shit! Okay,
Yeah.
what
Which
happened?
Which video?
So it's about me because I really like this franchise called Love and Dead Space. Yeah.
Oh, I cannot expose myself. Oh, what is this game? I
So
don't
this
know.
game is basically a dating simulation game with 3D men. And I've been openly saying that I love 3D men. I love gaming. So I will say we listen, we don't judge. So sometimes I will go a bit overboard when it comes to spending on games. So I will say it. Yeah, right. So I will say
I
it.
agree. I also same.
So I say we listen, we don't judge. I spend this amount on this game every month.
I've watched that video.
Yeah,
And
so
we listen and we don't
we
judge.
listen and we don't judge.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So these comments, it went to the wrong side. It was supposed to be for gamers.
Yes.
It was supposed to be for people who played the game. So those who did not, and okay, I call them normies, when they see it, they'll be like, why are you spending so much on the game? Wow, you could have used it to donate. Wow, you could have used it to do something better. Maybe
Your money
improve
or my
on yourself. That's the thing. In my head, like, this is my money. I wasn't even offending anyone. If I'm attacking someone, I would understand the hate. But you guys are attacking me for me spending my own money. Like, make it make sense.
Calm down.
Yeah, so like sometimes these things will go spiral for the wrong reasons and you cannot even control it. So I would say that's one of the downsides because it's not up to you. It's up to the
Public.
Wow.
Opinion.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I mean,
Then how about the best sides?
yeah, the good sides. We talked about the nasty side. Like the best thing that you are most thankful for.
Wow. I would say, remember you guys said the influential thing? Yeah. So I think at first I didn't want to say like I'm an influencer or what, but sometimes I'm surprised that the small things I do does influence people. Like for example, wearing this. So to me, it's just a normal thing for me. But to some young girls, they're like, hey, you inspire me to wear this. I was like, oh really? But I'm just doing stupid shit.
You should turn around and show them your bowl. Like how you decorate it. So cute.
So cute. I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
So people have this perception where, for example, where you are like wearing this, you're supposed to be strict, you're supposed to be like uptight. But I'm just being myself. So people realize that I'm human too. So I guess I'm breaking stereotypes. So by doing so, the girls get inspired by me. Or people are inspired by my confidence. So I was like, I confident. I wasn't being myself. Yeah. So I guess being the how to say what is this called? The good side. So I would say the good side of this is that I get to make people's life happier. Because I'm also a comedy creator. So sometimes I will receive message like, hey, you make my day a better one. Sometimes when I was feeling down, I watch your videos.
Oh, that's so nice.
You are the friend that I wish I had.
Wow.
I was like, ah! You are my friend too!
For real. Real.
Yeah, how about you? How about you?
Yeah, how
Same
about you?
actually. Like I think it's a community that you can build with your content and like while the superficial things are nice, let's just be honest, let's be real. The opportunities, I'm always grateful for them. The superficial things that you may get, of course, they're nice. Like, who don't want free things? You know? Think about it, who don't want free things? But why I started also was because I wanted to be able to give advice or just like be relatable to maybe younger girls compared to me, and just do things that give them like hope, inspiration, things that they can like look to and know that they're not alone in this like space.
Like
you know,
that's it.
a bit like, okay, but I feel like my nature and personality is also a bit like older sister vibes. I'm also the oldest sister in my family. So it's just like a bit natural for it to go that way. Yeah, and I think it comes naturally for me to want to do that to other people and to like make content that they feel like, oh my, I love watching this. And then just simply them saying, I love watching this, I'm happy already. Like that's why I want to continue doing it. Yeah, because I also looked up to other content creators when I was growing up. And to me, like they didn't need to do anything. They just were being themselves. But knowing like some part of me related to some kind of struggle that they had and things like that, I knew that I was not alone. So I hope that I could do that to other people, for other people as well. Like it's not about, at the end of the day, it's not about the money. It's more about like what I can help other people with, in a sense. Yeah.
Oh, so fulfilling.
Yeah.
Also,
Because it's like you see, when you're young and then you see how other people do it for you, like the fact that I have this opportunity to be able to do what I love, but also have such a positive impact on other people as well. Not all the time, but sometimes. Like, I'm very grateful for that. Yeah. Wow, suddenly so wholesome and sentimental.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, back to norm.
okay, we have like a big. Oh, this is an important question. Okay, we have to ask you. Okay, so before content creation industry has become as big as it already is right now, it seems like content creation has become so popular. You know, it's quite an organic process, and they've made videos that you enjoy making, and people enjoy watching your videos. So, do you actually feel like now your content from being super authentic is now commercialized?
Yeah, like on Instagram, right? I see a number of micro influencers
Yeah.
where they just like all their posts are sponsored.
Yeah, it's no longer authentic, but it's because they were inspired through people being authentic. They tried, but then, you know, brands now, they come in like, oh, we can monetize off this. And now they're commercialized already.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, how do you guys think about that? Like, do you feel like your content's steering towards that already? Like a bit more towards commercialized?
You can always find a balance. That's what I would say. Like, it's a choice that you have to make in terms of like the content that you put out. So yes, you may get a lot of opportunities and brands may come in and things like that, but you have to make the extra effort to continue to reach out to your audience and be like, hey, yes, I have to earn money, I have to do all these other campaigns and things like that, but this is also me. And like, while I'm earning money through this and I'm doing videos like this, it's still something that I would do. And these are also my organic videos that I would do. And like, this is me in my organic videos. Yeah. Right. So it's about making sure that your branded content is also true to your own content. That's very important. So like, yes, we are going towards the more commercialized, for lack of a better word, angle. But if you make it true to yourself, and you'll be able to find a balance with everything.
So like, this is the content I would also have made, but if you're going to pay me for it, then I take lah.
Of course,
That's true.
you don't earn money. But it's like you have to. Sometimes it's difficult though. Like, not gonna lie, there are some videos where I'm like, this could have been better. But at the end of the day, you can still find a balance by being authentic in other videos. You know, yeah.
Even for my branded content, I try to be as authentic as possible. So it's not like, for example, if a certain brand want us to do a certain way, we just say, all right, let's go.
Yeah, we're like 100% we'll do it this way.
No, but sometimes we will actually fight back. We will be like, hey, listen up. Your idea is great, but it might not resonate with my audience.
Yeah.
So because like Leah say, it's our responsibility as creators to find the balance. So we are actually still reaching out to our community, but at the same time just showcasing a brand to our audience. So it's also our responsibility to make sure that it's not really like shoved in their face.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, just here you go, branded. No. There's a lot of work behind it. There's a lot of discussion. There's a lot of like revisions. So in a way that I would say, for us, I would say our content, we try to make it as authentic as possible with the balance of commercialization.
Yes. Yeah. Correct. And let's say, so you mentioned that you see other creators, they're like, oh, just post ads and things like that. I mean, like, it's their choice. You know what I mean? Like, if they feel like they just want to earn all the money that they can from this, then by all means you can do it. Yeah. So I guess for us, we are also playing the long game in a way, because you know that you definitely know that if you just focus on ads, focus on earning that money and lose that authenticity, you'll lose your audience too.
The viewership will drop.
Of course, like everything, viewership, audience, like just people who listen to you for credibility. Yeah, that's the most important thing, because as a creator myself, right, I try my best and to be as credible as possible, like in every aspect of the videos that I put out. Yeah, when it comes to like being true about reviews and things like that. So it's to ensure that audience trusts you and trust what you're saying. Yeah.
So you see content creation as your long-term career? Do you think it's sustainable?
Yeah, based off what you guys just mentioned, because as long as you strike that balance of authenticity and commercialization, you can actually have a long career. Would you agree with that?
Wow.
We also don't know the answer.
We are still midway, guys. We are still midway. But wow, that's a very
Like a
big
long-term
question.
plan?
Yeah,
Long-term
like
plan.
sustainable, you think?
Honestly, right, I got a feeling content creation might not be my long-term plan. Sometimes, like I said, we grow.
Yeah.
So sometimes when we grow, sometimes we have new ambitions also. So like, for example, I've seen content creators, for example, they start off by making videos, but as time passed, they found a passion in certain things, like starting a business.
Yeah.
Or like, for example, even pursuing in another career. So I would say it depends on the individuals also. So for me, I might not see myself being creating content on the long term, but if I could do it for a long time, I want to try to make it a forever thing. Yeah, but at the same time, maybe grow also. Who knows? Maybe I'll be doing something differently in the future. We'll never know.
Maybe you can do that and make that into content, and then you can make that work. you know?
Endless creativity
Dual
and
role.
content. See, content creator.
Correct,
Yeah, correct.
And you, Leah?
Yeah, Leo.
Yeah, I think it is sustainable, but I feel that it is sustainable, but I always think that this job has an expiration date. And I've always told myself that there will be a time that comes where nobody cares anymore. I mean,
And
if
it's
I'm
okay,
lucky,
yeah.
if I'm lucky, they do. But if it happens, so be it. That's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, new people come about, and like the younger generation grow up, and then people want to watch them too. So it's about growing with your audience. And of course, if you can grow with your audience, definitely you'll be able to sustain it for a longer period of time. But for me, I'll try my best to do it as much as I can, because as much as I enjoy it. Yeah. So once I don't enjoy doing it anymore, then I don't think I see it as a viable career. Yeah. I'm only doing it because I really like it. Yeah. So in the future, probably something related to content, but maybe not being the face of the content would be like my goal.
Ooh,
in the
then you
long
could have
run.
your own team. Like, would you ever like have a channel kind of thing? Have you ever envisioned where because you've been behind the lens before?
But if YouTube continues to grow, yes. But I don't know how YouTube is doing right now. Like, do people still watch YouTube? I don't know.
I do. I watch it every day.
I think so.
Because because I watch like not every day, but I have it like
On the background.
in the background when I'm doing my makeup and I'm planning for stuff. So I watch a lot of like ghost stuff.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Beauty stuff. So I actually consume YouTube all the time, and I think it's in a space where if you like long form content,
Yeah.
YouTube is the place to go where you can actually earn money off it. So I do think like sustainability is possible, but you have to like refocus your energy for sure into something else.
So before we wrap up, can we get each of you to maybe share a word of advice to people who maybe want to do full-time content creation?
Where do I look at?
So you can look dead into their soul when you tell it to them.
I look at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cannot blink.
Honestly, if you want to be a full-time content creator, first step, have fun first. Have fun, build up that community before you start trying to make money out of it. Because if you immediately start off with having like making business, you'll get very tired. You need to preserve the energy for the long run. Jayos!
My advice is quite similar. I would say that first and foremost, enjoy what you're doing first. If you're doing content with the mindset that like, okay, I'm gonna earn money from this, then you're starting it with like the wrong intentions, I feel. Because people can tell like when you're doing something and not being genuine about it. So with content creation, being genuine and being yourself is the most important. Of course you can create a character, of course you can create a niche. But just know that like if you're telling lies, you're being fake, people can tell. Yeah, so do it. Stay true to yourself when you do it, and enjoy yourself when you do it. Because like once it becomes a job, you may not enjoy it as much already. Yeah, so enjoy it while you can. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your words of advice, girl.
It was so fun
Thank
chatting.
you.
eh.
Yeah.
I love yapping.
Yeah, me too. I love yapping.
That's my only talent. Yeah. Oh my god.
And with that, we've come to the end of today's episode. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you in the next episode.
See ya. Bye.